Brian, coming out of Portland, how do you feel that the team is set up for RSL tomorrow?
Good. I mean, obviously the team's riding some couple of emotional wins. You know, started maybe back in DC with a good performance. Where they really felt they believed they competed. Translate that into Philly, Open Cup, now Portland. Stub your toe there, Galaxy, but I mean, overall good.
We'll, of course, have to see what RSL does with their lineup, but in terms of how they play, what stands out about how they play?
Play like their coach, tough, hard. He's got them going. I mean, he's got not just a physical team, but they've got talent. I mean, obviously their forward has scored a lot of goals, a good run of form. But yeah, how do they manage a 3-game week? Their 2 games are at home. They got a big home game on Saturday against Colorado. So we'll see.
Ryan, Raul and Obed are not out here today. Is there
Pro
an
days.
update?
Pro days.
Pro days.
They'll
Okay.
be on the injury report at 2:00.
Are there what is the approach for a 3-game week like this? Obviously,
Win all 3.
Two extra short rests though. I mean, how much rotation do you feel like you have to do?
You guys will see.
Georgie was out here. Should we be expecting?
He's in consideration.
Is he a short? I mean, should we expect a short-term loan for him then?
Kalani as well.
The players that came off the bench against Portland, how do you feel like they were able to help shut down that game?
They come in with energy. It was hot. Starters had put it in. We needed to close out the game. Good defending. A couple of possession sequences. Maybe we could have even extended a couple of those. But, there's 2 ways to close games out. Actually 3. So you can defend well, which we did. You can extend your possession sequences. I don't know if we ever really took the ball out to the corners. Obed did one time, but, you can kill it that way with possession. And then you can score one more. And I think some of the players that came on, I think Masowski had a couple half chances, sniffs. He was headed in that direction. So, those are decisions those players have to make on the field.
And Brian, what are some of the challenges that RSL presents that you're excited to see your team encounter as you continue this run of form?
Well, they will come out and press us. Portland wasn't as aggressive. So how do we get beyond them? And I'm going to put some speed on the field. And that'll be one of the points you guys can talk about if we're successful. But we'll have guys, willing runners, that will get in behind. If they want to press us, we might play a little more direct. We'll still try and play. Possession is a key part of our game. We'll have a mix of guys in there that can possess the ball. But when it's on, we're going to try and get after them and get behind them.
Get a couple injury updates. Guys like Reed, Josh, Yamar.
Reed's going on the trip. Yaimar's going on the trip.
And De La Vega, what's his timeline looking like?
Well, if you heard my KJR interview, which you didn't. Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're just verifying.
I'm verifying.
Okay, so Pedro is not going to go, but he is going to feature against Vancouver.
How's Josh doing?
Josh is still a bit of a ways away. He's a ways away. Not major ways away. Let me make sure I'm a little more succinct. Would I like to have him for the Open Cup game? Yes. Is he going to be ready? Not sure. And we got to travel to St. Louis after that, maybe. But if that's even too tight or travel or, depends on his recovery, then the following week he should be fine.
And how far out is Brodilio at this point?
He's been doing more training. They're going to bring him along slower. He might get a few Defiance games before we bring him up with the first team. So that's still, from first team football, it's still a ways away.
Reed played obviously on Friday for Defiance.
Yep.
What did you make of his performance in that one?
Oh, look, the team They got stuck in a little bit of traffic. They didn't arrive on time. It wasn't a good performance, but there were some issues why that happened. Um, so you throw that out a little bit. When Reed got onto the field, the game was already cooked. We wanted him just to get a run out, just so that he feels that he can play again. We'll try and get him some minutes with no guarantees here in the next little bit. Maybe the Open Cup game gets a start if he's ready, if he's built up his minutes. But we got to be careful with the kid too, because he had a significant injury and then a significant re-injury.
And then Stu Hawkins, he obviously played in the Open Cup game. What have you been seeing from him, and how close do you feel like he is to a first, an MLS debut?
Close. Yaimar's, going to come back, so that puts Stewie on the back burner a little bit. But there was no hesitation. Had we needed him in Portland, we would have done it.